I am Leah Hayes, and this is my week 6 partner read. The students are here in front of me, kind of from your viewpoint. I have already paired them up into their partner groups. I took the highest reader and paired it with the middle reader, and I just went down the list like that. They're going to stay sitting next to each other for the duration of this lesson. I don't want them up and moving around and switching partners. I think it's a distraction. So I'm just going to have them sit together. Okay, so during the partner read, you will each get a chance to be the reader and the coach. There are 2 roles. So one of you will be the reader and one of you will be the coach, and then you will switch. So you're each going to get a chance to do that. When you are the reader, I want you to try and read the words quickly, accurately, with good expression, and try not to make very many mistakes. The first reader is going to read while the coach listens, and then you switch, and the second reader reads, and the second coach listens. You are going to be working with the same partner for several weeks, so I want you to always be kind and respectful to them throughout all of this. So before we begin, I want to go over our 5 rules. Our first rule is to only talk to your partner. The second rule is you only talk about what you're reading. The third rule is to talk in a low, quiet voice. Remember to use our inside voices. There's a lot of you that will be talking, so make sure you're quiet, not distract others. Number 4 is to cooperate with your partner. That's where I said to be kind and treat them nicely and be respectful. And number 5 is to try your best. Always, always, always try your best. So when you're reading aloud, you're probably going to make some mistakes. Everybody does that. I make mistakes when I read aloud. Everyone does it, and that's okay. So the coach's job is to listen for those mistakes as the reader is reading and then correct them. So there are 4 types of mistakes that we are going to be listening for today. I want you to read along as I read out of the book. So the first type of mistake that we're going to be listening for is saying the word wrong. So read along on that first sentence in your book as I read aloud. And listen for the word that I read incorrectly. Mammals are warm-blooded animals. Did you hear? What word did I read wrong? Animals, right? I read animals as animals. So the coach's job, when they hear their reader say a word wrong, is they say, stop. You read that word wrong. The word is animals. Try that sentence again. Can you say the word? Animals, right. The second mistake that we're going to listen to is when the reader is stuck on the same word for more than 4 seconds. We want to give them a chance to try and decode the word or sound the word out in their head before we correct them. But if it's more than 4 seconds, the coach should say they should say what the word is and have them read it again. So read along in the book as I say it out loud. Marine mammals such as whales live in the ocean. Was I stuck on that for more than 4 seconds? I was. So the coach's job is to say, the word is ocean. Let's try that sentence again. The third kind of mistake is when the reader skips the word completely. They just leave it out. So follow along on the next sentence as I read aloud. Unlike fish, mammals breathe underwater. Can you tell me what word I left out? Right, I left out the word cannot. So when the coach hears the reader leave out a word entirely, they say, stop, you skipped a word. Read that sentence again. What do you say? Right, stop, you skipped a word. Read that sentence again. Good. The fourth type of mistake that we're going to listen for is when a reader adds a word in. This one's kind of tricky because sometimes the words make sense in that sentence, but it still needs to be corrected. So listen, follow along in the book as I read it out loud. They can stay underwater for a long time. They can stay under the water for a long time. What word did I add in there? Yep, I added in the, and it's tricky because it sounds right. It works in that sentence, but I want you to follow along closely and make sure you point those out. So if you were the coach and you hear your reader add in an extra word, you say, stop, you added a word. Let's try that one again. Stop, you added a word. Let's try that sentence again. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to let you begin. I am going to be walking around the room. If you need any help, use a quiet hand. Come and get me if I don't see you. But I am here to help you. But let's go over our 5 rules again. We talk only with our partners. We only talk about what we are reading. We use a quiet inside voice. We are respectful and we cooperate with our partners. And we try our best. Okay, are you ready? All right.